Hi, I'm David Baxter.
And I'm Kasha Thompson.
And welcome to the 2018 Harrisburg July 4th Parade. Oh gosh, I'm excited. There's all kinds of cool stuff coming up. And glad you could join us this year.
Yeah, there are somewhere between 2,000 and 4,000 people who gather in Harrisburg every year for this fantastic event. We are so proud to be here representing Cabarrus County and Cabco TV.
Absolutely.
So the parade gets started with the officers on their motorcycles. The motorcycle unit began in the early 2000s on a $1 bike lease from Harley Davidson. It's expanded to include bikes purchased through the asset forfeiture program. Officers in the motor unit volunteer their time. This is their secondary responsibility, David. This is secondary to their patrol jobs or other community policing efforts they may do. They're seen leading charity rides and funerals. They also serve at large public events with high traffic situations, so they can use those bikes to weave in and out of traffic. Now, through the Governor's Highway Safety Program, you can learn from this talented crew. They offer nearly monthly rider skill days that are totally free and take place at the Sheriff's Office. The next classes are on August 25th and September 29th. For more information, visit bikesafenc.com.
I tell you what, I used to ride a motorcycle, and I really appreciate these maneuvers these guys are doing because it looks a lot easier, but in tight turns like this, you can lay these things down, but these guys have got it together.
Well, that's the cool thing about this Rider Skills Days. Everyone from novice to experienced riders can sign up for pro riding techniques, the system of motorcycle control, and collision causation factors. It includes classroom and on-ride activities. So you can learn from the best and learn how not to flip your bike, and they have great reviews. And again, it's a free class offered nearly monthly.
Oh, this is a great way to start off the parade.
And here is Sheriff Riley, born in Concord, North Carolina. He's been married for more than 23 years to his wife, Cindy. They have 2 children, Brooklyn and David. Sheriff Riley's career in law enforcement began in 1990, and he's been a sheriff since 2001. This is his last parade, a bittersweet moment for Sheriff Riley. He and his family are very appreciative of the Harrisburg community. He's always enjoyed the parade and the opportunity it gives them to publicly say thank you for your support. Thank you, Sheriff Riley, for your service to Cabarrus County. And following Sheriff Riley is, of course, his honor guard, the Sheriff's Office Honor Guard.
Now they have a long ways to walk. I mean, I tell you what. There's a guy in a red t-shirt.
So I have a few summer facts to get us started.
Okay.
Summer is by far the busiest time at movie theaters. David, your background is working in the movies. Yep. Hollywood always hopes for a significant blockbuster. And the 10 most famous summer blockbusters of all time are, guess the number one.
All time. Just one recently. Avatar, no.
Well, Jaws, Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Dark Knight, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., The Extraterrestrial, Forrest Gump, Ghostbusters, Animal House, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Have
That's a heck of a list.
Yeah, and I've seen all of them.
I bet you helped out with a few of them too.
Yeah. Now, what we have coming up here is the Harrisburg Runners. It's our local team for youth interested in running cross country during the fall. From ages 7 to 17, all experience and ability levels are welcome, and runners participate in events based on their age level. Now, last year, they had 43 registered runners led by volunteer coaches. They participated in 5 cross-country meets, and they even came up 28 of their runners competed and 19 qualified for national meets. Now, those runners, 11 traveled to Florida in December to participate in the National Junior Olympics. And this program strives to teach running skills as personal goal setting and proper sports nutrition. So the team will begin taking registrations for the upcoming season starting in July the 8th. And they're also, carrying the banner of Harrisburg. And they've got a long ways to walk too.
Yeah, the 4th of July celebration in Harrisburg always starts on July 3rd with a mini fireworks celebration and some great times out at Harrisburg Park. You've got all kinds of amusements for the kids to ride, all kinds of food trucks, and a lot of fun. And then, of course, music concerts, which continue into the 4th of July all day long. You're going to see different bands perform, local bands. You're going to see more food trucks and all kinds of stuff. And here we have the American Legion, which was chartered and incorporated by Congress in 1919 as patriotic veterans organization devoted to mutual helpfulness. It's the nation's largest wartime veteran service organization.
And this right here is the Grand Marshal, North Carolina Military Veterans Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Mike Stubbs, Harrisburg resident, for being inducted in May into the North Carolina Military Veterans Hall of Fame inaugural class. Riding in the parade were also Sergeant First Class David Brody, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Kingsby, Colonel Frederick Dubois, DOC Curtis Drafton, Colonel George Blanton, and Chief Sergeant Major Charles Cosgrove.
How wonderful that Harrisburg has devoted this celebration each year to the men and women of our armed forces. It's a great reunion for our veterans from across our region to come together. All right. Post 523 of the American Legion is committed to Harrisburg's community, youth, and veterans being a veteran still serving America, always serving America. And I think we just saw the Purple Heart Combat Veterans representing the Southern Piedmont region of North Carolina. Military ordered the Purple Heart Combat Wounded Veterans is the only organization chartered by Congress for combat wounded veterans.
Here's Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 909. Vietnam Veterans Chapter America is located in Concord and meets the Cabarrus County Senior Center. It was founded in 1978. Vietnam Veterans of America is the only national veterans association chartered exclusively for Vietnam area veterans and their families.
That's a cool truck they got there. That's another exhibit from the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 909. They're flying their flags proudly. I think they've got some great decorations on there.
Their founding principle is never again will one generation of veterans abandon another.
You know, they promote and support a full range of issues for Vietnam veterans. They create new identity for this generation of veterans, and they change public perception of Vietnam veterans.
Here's the Disabled Americans Veteran Van. Is used to transport needy veterans who have no means of transportation to the VA medical facilities. They're dedicated to a single purpose, empowering veterans to lead high-quality lives of respect and dignity. To accomplish this by ensuring that veterans and their families can access their full access range of benefits.
And there you have the Mount Pleasant American Legion, Post 301. They're a small post in Mount Pleasant with a tribute to the POW and MIA from the Vietnam War. The float commemorates all those who served our county and country in the military. All gave some gave all. One member of the parade, Mr. Klutz, just celebrated his 70th year at the post. This is the Black Phillips American Legion Post 433 with military signs and members from the Legion. Look at him in his sailor outfit. So cute, so handsome. Thank you for your service, veterans.
Absolutely, thank you for your service. You know, a big part of this parade is saluting our military, and which is a great thing. I mean, it's, you know, the men and women who serve this country give us the freedom that we can have events like this and live in a world that is a lot better than a lot of other places. That is for sure.
So let's hop on over to some summer facts. Guess how many long-distance summer trips are made each year in America?
I don't know.
Over 650 million long-distance summer trips are made each year. Can you believe that? Did you ever take your family on those long-distance trips over the summer?
Yes. A couple of, well, actually every year. But usually we drive at night, so
that they would be asleep and you'd be hopped up on coffee. This happens because of coffee, folks. Make no mistake. Well, in the United States, the top 5 most popular vacation spots are, can you give a guess?
In the United States? I would say...
not cities, more so locations.
Oh, I would say Disneyland, Disney World.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, Florida, Orlando, Los Angeles, Branson, Missouri.
All right. Well, the top 5 most popular summer vacations are beach, 45%, a famous city, 42%, national parks, 21%, a lake, 17%, and a resort comes in at 14%.
Huh.
That's
Well, that
pretty
makes
interesting,
sense.
huh?
That does make sense.
There are some more folks from the Black Phillips American Legion Post 433. I think we like to get away to the mountains. I like going where it's cool. I like going to the beach in the winter and the mountains in the summer.
I'm just the opposite. I like to go to the beach when it's hot, hang out by the surf, and then snow in the mountains.
And these, the Black Phillips American Legion Post is out of Midland, and if folks haven't heard, there's going to be a modified library at the Midland Town Hall coming soon, so we're very excited to share that with you.
Then we have the Concord American Legion Post 51. The American Legion was founded in 1919 in Paris, France, at the close of World War I. American Legion, since its founding, has endeavored to assist veterans, the widows and children, and fellow citizens. The North Carolina American Legion, with over 40,000 paid members, are proud to carry on this tradition. We invite you to join us and help support American veterans.
Now coming up are the Buffalo Soldiers of Charlotte Motorcycle Club. They're a member of the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club. They do not claim any area or territory and ride to honor the heroes of the 9th and 10th Cavalries, which are comprised of African Americans. Their mission is to preserve the legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers of the 9th and 10th Cavalry, provide support to civic or charitable organizations in surrounding communities, be a positive role model for the youth in our community, teach and promote motorcycle safety in our community, uphold the traditions and standards of the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club.
There's some beautiful bikes. Now we have coming up the Suburban Guardianship. There's 6 vets, Army and Navy, represent the home in Concord, thanking their loved neighbors for donations to support our homeless vets in the area.
That's a beautiful truck.
That is great. That is totally decorated.
There are lots of things fly in this parade. You got all kinds of candies coming. Oh my goodness, how special is that?
Oh, look at that. That's awesome. So those are the 6 vets right there.
They are. Well, 5 of them. I think you've got one for, I think the vets are in the truck, David, and I think those represent each of the branches of the military.
They absolutely do. It looks like something you see at Mardi Gras.
What a fantastic idea.
Oh, yeah, it is. Special thanks to all these folks. Yeah, we've had a few pieces of candy fly our way since the beginning of the parade.
It's been fun. It's like an added bonus.
That's it. Oh, those are great.
Yeah.
That is so unique. It's the first time I've ever seen it. You know, we've been doing this parade for, I believe this is our 13th year. And I can truly say I've never seen anything like that.
No, it's very innovative.
It is.
Oh, well, it's our 13th year, and that's float number 13.
Oh, there you go.
That calls for something new.
That's it. All right.
Now we have Harrisburg. Oh, there's
That's
Harrisburg
the
sponsor truck. Major sponsors of this event include the Independent Tribune, Waste Pro, Pinnacle, Pepsi, Zaxby's. And there you have Mayor Steve Shawshaw. He was first elected in 2013 and has served 2 terms from 2006 to present on town council. He is an App State grad who's worked for information technology and banking more than 30 years. He and his wife Pam have 3 children. He's an avid backpacker, cyclist, and Carolina Panthers fan. He's also devoted extensive time and effort to support North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory's Talk It Out initiative to prevent underage drinking, for which he received the Order of the Longleaf Pine, the highest honor bestowed on North Carolinians by the governor in recognition of a proven record of service to the state. And we have
John Booth, serving his 2nd term as council member and the 1st term as mayor pro tem. John recently works as a firefighter in the city of Charlotte.
And next we have Bonita Conrad, appointed to fill a vacancy in 2014, and was re-elected to serve a 2nd 4-year term in November 2015.
We also have Rick Russo, who was elected to town council in 2011, was re-elected to serve a 2nd 4-year term in November 2015.
There are some great initiatives happening between the county and the town. Rick Russo there was elected to town council in 2011 and re-elected to serve his 2nd 4-year term in November 2015. And then you have Chris Barfield, who's serving his 1st term as council member, with his term expiring in December 2019. He has a background in law enforcement and has found a calling to ministry. So the partnerships between the town and county have been fantastic. Troy over there, he's participated in a lot of the things between the 2 organizations.
And he's serving his 1st term as council member with a term expiring in December 2021. For almost 30 years, Troy enjoyed a successful career in motorsports. He also hosted a TV show and was a color commentator for sports radio.
Maybe he can give us some tips for next year's
Yeah,
parade.
Absolutely. I definitely can.
We'll always take them. Coming up next is Cabarrus County government. Cabarrus County, we embrace freedom and opportunity, which leads to our diverse talents and mindsets. We work together for our future. This is the place where America thrives. Cabarrus County's Veteran Services Office has moved to a new location. We want to make sure all the folks know that. They're now at the old Creamery Complex on Church Street, right across from the Board of Elections. Their accredited Veteran Services officers assist with the navigation of U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs programs and provide help with securing benefits such as compensation, veteran pension, survivor pension, appeals, veteran health care, survivor benefits, education, and home loan guarantee. Contact Veteran Services at 704-920-2869 or visit cabarruscounty.us/vets.
And here's Carolyn Carpenter, who holds an at-large seat at the Cabarrus County School Board of Education in North Carolina. She was first elected to the board in 2006, and Carpenter won re-election in general election November 4th, 2014, and also served 12 years as a county commissioner.
And there's Town of Midlands Mayor Pro Tem Darren Hartzell with Officer Corey Roringer. There's a great partnership between the county and the town of Harrisburg and also the town of Midland to provide sheriff services, which works out to save taxpayer money.
And here's Southeastern Packaging, a local employer, longtime supporter of the town of Harrisburg with career opportunities for maintenance techs and various warehouse positions. Fly in person at 2200 Mulberry Road, Concord, or you can call 704-455-4204.
And there you have River Rock Church at Odell. They meet every Sunday at 10 a.m. at Central Cabarrus High. They exist to glorify God and make a difference in our community.
They got a lot of folks on that float. And here's Cabarrus Magazine. It's been Cabarrus County's premier magazine since 2001. Each month contains informational articles, entertaining and editorial and useful information that you can use. Just look at them all over the county. You can check them out. BearsMagazine.com. They're riding in a style and ride there.
Next you have All Temp Company, a great friendly bear. Joe Comfort from All Temp Company is walking alongside one of their service vans. Ready to bring your comfort all day and night? Call All Temp. And behind the van is a trailer carrying brand new air conditioning equipment ready to go into your home on a hot day like today. And there we have budget blinds. And we briefly saw back there Eichard and Strine Family Dentistry. And now we've got
Noel Donovan Team, a sponsor real estate company. If you're buying or selling or relocating, check these guys out for all your real estate needs.
All right, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Friends from across the country and around the world will converge on America's home for racing September 28th through 30th for the inaugural Bank of America race weekend, with drivers from both the Monster Energy Cups and Xfinity Series competing on the newly designed course. If you haven't heard about it yet, it's the Roval. It combines most of the traditional oval with an all-new stretch of infield road course. It's the first track of its kind in NASCAR, and it's here in Concord. Next up are the Harrisburg Queens. Wee Baby Miss Harper Mabry, Baby Riley Dis, Tiny Emma Grace Wilt, Mini Adeline Crowell, Little Nevia McClure, Preteen Moya Baxter, Teen Maddie Krotz, Junior Anna Self, Miss Rebecca Gill, Mrs. Lucinda Stewart, and of course the Community Service Project winner Savannah Johnson, who collected 900 items for Backpack Blessings Ministries. The pageant just celebrated its 15th annual competition. Contestants of all ages competed for the crowns, and Backpack Blessing Ministries received donations from contestants.
And here's Piedmont Antique Car Club, 1925 Ford, Joe and Sarah Strode. Ben had this car for 61 years, and they've driven in all of the parades. And here's a Maggie Ferguson tractor.
A Macy Ferguson tractor.
Yeah, a railroad baggage car with a hit and miss engine and a water wheel, and they've been in the parade for 12 years.
Now, David, the hit and miss is a 4-stroke internal combustible engine controlled by a governor to operate at a set speed. It was conceived in the late 19th century.
Here's the Harrisburg Cruisers. It's a family-friendly club. It's based in appreciation of American-made muscle cars of all vintage. The great pride in driving, restoring their cars and trucks. They'd like to invite you to the cruise-in at Hardee's every second Friday of the month, and they support charities, including Make-A-Wish Foundation. See, I could have had my 69 Cougar Eliminator in here.
Well, the club, they also support Klebs Kids, and Mike Kleben, founder of Klebs Kids, is riding with them today. The Schrader Car Show is on October 6th. You can come out to your show and win prizes and help the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So they're doing some great things with the Klebs Kids. They go into elementary schools and provide for kids who may not have all the basic necessities they need, not just to be successful in the classroom, but to set them off to have a good day at school. So that's a really neat initiative that they started.
That is great. They got some really nice looking cars too. See, now cars just don't sound like that anymore. See, that's the way a car should sound. Got that
they don't sound like
rumble.
Anything anymore. They had to add back sound to the hybrid so people wouldn't get run over.
Chevy Impala. Yeah, this is Firebird, all kinds of cool cars. There's a newer version. Feel like we're at the drag strip here.
All right, next you have Leanne and Associates at Remax Executive. Leanne Pogue-Wooten of Southern Homes of the Carolinas has enjoyed serving the residents of Cabarrus for over 16 years, and as a resident herself, Leanne and Associates has participated in the parade for the last 9 years in honor of our military and their families. They wish everyone a happy 4th of July. And the Rotary is the oldest service organization in the world with 1.2 million members, 33,000 clubs, and 200 companies. And this one right here is the Southwest Cabarrus Rotary. Southwest Cabarrus was established in 1999 and meet each Tuesday for food, fellowship, and fun at Rocky River Golf Course. Alzheimer's is a major focus of the club, which hosts an event each year on the first Saturday of November called A Night to Remember. They've raised over $40,000 for Alzheimer's research. The Rotary sponsors the Harrisburg 5K, 10K each April. They're also very involved with Wolf Meadow Elementary School, donating over 5,000 books, coaching and chartering development program, a character development program, providing food, backpacks for students, and weekend meals. They have provided over $63,000 in humanitarian grants. Of interest, a grant to build a coffee plantation in Uganda. Also sponsoring the Interact Club at Hickory Ridge High School.
And here's the Sonic America's Drive-In. It was founded in 1953, that year I was born. It's currently the largest drive-in chain in America. Vehicle driven, it's a 1952 Willys M38 Jeep. It's driven by Chuck Buckman, his wife Kathy, and they reside in Harrisburg, celebrating the military Army service of David Gold, who is riding in the back with his niece Tammy Fall. David resides in Concord, a member of American Legion Post 51, served proudly. Did 3 tours of duty in Vietnam.
And we've got the Hickory Ridge Blue Regiment Band, one of the most visible organizations at the high school. The band has participated in the London New Year's Day Parade twice in the last 10 years, and the Wind Ensemble will participate in a performance tour to China this year. Let's take a listen.
Next are the Harrisburg Cowboy Junior Peewee football team. As the Junior Peewee Division II Optimus Bowl champions, and they advance to the 3rd round of the regional playoffs. If you're interested in having your child play Pop Warner football or cheerleading, registration will open back up on July the 5th through July the 14th. So for more information, the Park and Rec office, just call 704-455-7275. Congratulations to the Harrisburg Cowboy Pop Warner football team. Got that Dallas Cowboy theme going on there, don't they?
They've got the Harrisburg Cowboy theme going on. Hustle, hit, never quit.
That's it.
That's their motto.
Now the next we have the Harvest Harrisburg Church participating in its 4th Town of Harrisburg July 4th celebration, located at Hickory Ridge Road beside Hickory Ridge Middle School. Harvest Harrisburg Church offers contemporary worship services at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday morning. Opens its doors to various activities throughout the week, including the Town of Harrisburg Park and Rec classes coming in August and an after-school program through the Harrisburg YMCA. Make sure you stop by their tent. Check them out.
That is pretty cool. And now we have Lee Brown and Associates. Lee Brown is the owner of the agency, which has been in business for 19 years. They participated in the parade for 16 years and have an office in historic downtown Concord on Cabarrus Avenue East. And it's a great service that they offer now, the moving vans, to help you get in and out when you buy a home.
Well, it is a plus.
There's Lee. They got a rogue dinosaur.
Now that has got to be hot in there. Oh my goodness.
And next you have the GATE Pregnancy Resource Center. GATE is a nonprofit ministry to women who are pregnant or have an infant under 1 year old. They have everything a new mom and dad need for their infant, including pregnancy and parenting classes. All services are free. They've been in the Burg for 12 years and are located at 3824 Highway 49 in the Heritage Commons Complex. This is their 3rd year in the parade. And that is a doll.
Now we have the Sports Clips of Harrisburg. You can come see them at 4053 Harris Square Drive here in Harrisburg. It's right next to the new Publix.
I think we're still on GATE, but they'll come up shortly. So David, popsicles are a summer treat, but did you know that they were accidentally invented by an 11-year-old boy in San Francisco? It was back in 1905. He left a glass of soda sitting outside. By the next morning, the soda had frozen. He began selling them at an amusement park in New Jersey. In the U.S., guess what the favorite flavor is?
Grape.
Cherry. Cherry is the #1 flavor in the U.S. All right, now you have Pelicans.
Yeah,
it's delicious, and it's right up the street. More than a snowball and fluffy like shaved ice, it's the perfect blend of snow and flavor. Come see their new location right beside the new Arby's on Highway 49.
Yeah, they talk about icicles, now up comes Pelicans.
You know?
Timing's everything.
Sometimes you're better than you think. They look like they have some fun there. Up next is Van Shaw. He's running for sheriff. Say hello to Van Shaw. Van Shaw for sheriff.
Now here's mine. Scoop and Kook are excited to be joining with the town of Harrisburg at Sweet Frog. Their goal is to create the best frozen yogurt experience you have ever had. You create your own combination of delicious soft-serve premium frozen yogurt. Then you finish it off with all the toppings you choose. The topping bar is stocked fresh every day with best ingredients for a light snack or maybe a decadent dessert and everything in between. You pick the flavors, you add the toppings, you make it your way. Sweet Frog is committed to making an impact on local communities while providing family-friendly environment to all to enjoy. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Next you have Jim DeMay for Cabarrus County District Court Judge. Over a decade of proven legal experience and a demonstrated commitment to serve the local community. If you aren't already aware, the county has instituted a new cell phone ban at the courthouse, so be sure you know that. If you have to visit the courthouse, leave your phone in your car.
Now up next is the Special Response Team, County, otherwise known as SWAT.
They're comprised of numerous members, including EMS, paramedics. The Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office Special Response Team is a group of officers that goes through many hours of intensive tactical training with specialized weapons and equipment to respond to high-risk calls and other dangerous situations within the county and our surrounding areas. The team helps with high-risk arrests, search warrants, hostage rescue situations, barricaded armed individuals, and other high-risk situations. They are a constant 24-hour standby. The Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office is actually hiring right now. If you'd like to be part of the team that uses community and skill to build a safer Cabarrus, visit cabarruscounty.us/jobs or call 704-920-2200.
Up next are the Next Step Dance. It's been part of the community for over 18 years. It is home to tiny steppers, ages 2 to 4, through advanced dancers. Now, many of the students have gone on to successful professional careers as working performers. Next Step is owned by Teresa Malone and Stephanie Sloop and is located at Bruton Smith Boulevard in the Concord Mills area. Next Step Dance. They look like they're having a good time.
Next you have Christy Willem. She's running for judge, district court judge for Cabarrus County.
And Christy's really involved in the Literacy Council. They got a spelling bee coming up here in the fall, which is always a whole lot of fun, and it's a great cause.
Next you have Jazzercise, Speedway Jazzercise in Concord. For the last 2 years, Speedway Jazzercise has been located at 3775 Concord Parkway, number 116. Jane Hartzell of Hartzell Funeral Home and Jennifer Adams are owners of this great place. Jazzercise celebrates 49 years in the fitness industry.
Little known fact, they've been around just about as long as 60 Minutes, the TV show. Now we got the Boot Barn is a leader in Western work and Western-inspired fashion. From Vism in Concord, Boot Barn is always welcome.
Mount Pleasant Middle School FFA is riding with Boot Barn today. One of the great places you'll see our FFAs is at the Cabarrus County Fair, which is happening the second week of September this year. Be sure to come on out. And in the green car, you've got Harrisburg Hometown Pharmacy, customer focused and community driven. Locally owned and operated for more than 10 years, they provide free delivery service, and you can drop off unused or expired medication in the medicine drop box, which is something that you guys covered on the last Out and About with
Absolutely.
Marcella and Blake Kiger.
Yeah, they just put in a new drop box in the pharmacy, Harrisburg Hometown Pharmacy. Now here's Gaddis Racing, sponsored by the Carolina Pizza Hut, Harrisburg Hometown Pharmacy, Concord Auto Repair, Hadron Racing Engines, and Big A Graphics.
Now you have the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office Youth Development Division, which I don't think has a clip this year, so we'll move on to the next group, which is the I Got Next Youth Sports Incorporated. I Got Next Wolfpack Youth Football, committed to building young athletes as leaders first and athletes last. So let's talk about the Forbes top 9 most hazardous summer injuries. Are you ready?
I guess.
Number 9, trimmers and small garden tools. Number 8, barbecue grills, stoves, equipment. Number 7, beach picnic and camping equipment. Number 6, non-powder guns, BB pellets. Number 5, amusement attractions. Number 4, lawnmowers. Number 3, trampolines. Number 2, skateboards. And number 1, just being out on the playground is the number 1 cause for injuries.
My goodness.
I was watching a video this morning. They were showing how kids who ride on their parents' laps down slides actually get more injured than if they just go down the slide on their own. Man, that wolf pack looks awesome.
They've got it.
Great program for young kids. And coming up behind them is Central Cabarrus High School. The marching band has a rich history of excellence, being a multiple Bands of America Grand National and Regional finalist. The Central Marching Band has proven it can perform with some of the best bands in the nation. In addition to national awards, Central has won many Grand Champion and runner-up Grand Champion awards from regional marching band shows in both North and South Carolina. And before the band, we had the school resource officers. Cabarrus County puts a school resource officer in every school that's in the unincorporated areas. The Youth Development Division also provides programs dealing with child safety issues, including child ID, Eddie Eagle gun safety, stranger danger, and more. If you'd like to request a program, contact Lieutenant Luann Andrews at lcandrews@cabarruscounty.us. Now let's take a listen to the Central Cabarrus Marching Vikings.
Marching in many parades when I was in the high school band.
Central Cabarrus has a new principal coming their way. Mr. Shu will be starting in the fall, and I know he's very excited.
Now we have Linden Rep Racing. Linden is 12 years old and driver of a 28 Bandolero Bandit car sanctioned by the U.S. Legends Cars International. Linden is currently ranked number 1 in the nation, is leading the national points race. And he was named the 2017 Bandolero Bandit National Champion. This guy's knocking them out. 2018 Winners National Champion, 208 Battle at the Top Champion, and his goal is to ultimately be 2018 National Champion. He's just going to sweep it out. Atlanta races at the Concord Speedway, Mill Ridge Speedway, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Please cheer on 28 Bandolero at the Bojangles Summer Shootout on Monday and Tuesday evenings, and follow Linden Rep Racing on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Next you got the
number
family
28,
truckster. The entry is heavily modified 1986 Ford Country Squire station wagon transformed into the famous wagon truckster as seen in the National Lampoon's Vacation. It's still a work in progress. Painted metallic P, this wagon comes equipped with authentic Samsonite luggage and 8 functioning headlights, and you see the dog chain on the back. No worries, no dogs were injured in the process of making this.
Here's a heavy modified 1986 Ford Country Squire. We already talked about that.
Yeah, we got the Queen City Challengers.
That's what it was.
Car group, both classic and modern Challengers. They're a private, not-for-profit organization. So let's listen to their engines rev a little bit.
A lot of Challengers.
Must have been quite a challenge putting them together.
It's a challenge for me to read it. Now those are beautiful cars. There you go.
So So here's an interesting fact. Frisbees were originally invented in the 1870s as a pie plate, but in the 1940s, college students began throwing them around instead. Were you one of those college kids?
I was one of those in the 1870s.
No, in 1940s.
Okay. Close. Well, you finish your pie, you throw your Frisbee. You know, that makes sense.
You know, since summer's so warm, it causes the frequency of cricket chirps to fluctuate. If you count the number of chirps of one cricket for 15 seconds and then add 37, you would be surprised to know that it's equal to the approximate temperature outside. So count the chirps for 15 seconds. Then add 37, and that's the temperature.
Well, that
so
is.
Right now they're chirping at like 70, yes. 70 times in 15 seconds.
Yes, that is for sure. And we got a little cloud cover here.
Yeah. So another classic summer treat is the watermelon. It's part of the cucumber and pumpkin family, of course. The squash family, it consists 92% of water. On average, how many pounds of watermelon do Americans consume annually?
Annually, I would say 100.
15 pounds.
15?
15 pounds of watermelon each year.
That actually seems kind of light, because I would have thought it would be more than that.
Eat your fruit. Eat your fruit and vegetables, folks.
That's it.
So we're coming into the dog days of summer. It's the time between July 3rd and August 11th, and it's named after the dog star Sirius in the Canis Major constellation. The ancient Greeks blamed Sirius for the hot temperatures, drought, discomfort, and sickness that occurred during the summer. So gear up, buddy.
Yes, I guess.
The best is yet to come.
You know, I didn't even realize there were this many challengers in Cabarrus County.
Now, David, I see you've got your sunscreen on. You always take.
Always.
You always take good care to properly protect yourself. Well, did you know that about one shot glass worth of sunscreen is enough to cover the entire body?
No. Really?
It's what they say. Who they is, I don't really know.
That's hard
but
to
it's what
say.
they say. One shot glass.
One shot glass, huh?
Kids on the street are really loving these cars.
Oh yeah, no, this is awesome. I love the lights when they rev the engines, the light change.
All right, now you've got the Harrisburg Park and Recreation U11 Boys Soccer Spring 2018 champions. And they're doing the floss there. Look at that floss. Can you do the floss? Have you tried?
No. I know better than the try. So.
Kristen and I keep trying, and it is not good. And then you have the baseball champions, the 8-year-old baseball spring champions, the Dodgers. All right, now whose floss is going to be better? The soccer champs or the baseball champs? I see more baseball champs doing the floss. It's looking pretty good. And now you have the Reds, the winners of the 9-10-year-old baseball spring championship. You got one floss.
Yeah.
That was a really good floss, though. I think that may be the best floss
I got a feeling we're going to get hit with some stuff.
Well, they are baseball champions.
They are, I know.
So,
you know, so if we get popped in the head,
yeah.
They don't know.
Oh, and there's a pup coming out.
That's it. I know it's exciting when these guys win the championship. I remember when my kids were younger and were playing. It's an exciting time. Now you got the winners of the Under-13 Girls Soccer Championships. Here they are, the Harrisburg Park and Rec Spring 2018
It's the
champions.
Lightning. Those girls are on fire.
They are.
Then we have the 13-15 baseball champs, the Twins. Players Connor, Mike, Ben, Brandon, Garrett, Hunter, Max, Keshav, Isaac, and Ethan. And of course, coaches Brian, Nick, and Chuck.
And here we have the Harrisburg YMCA. He's been in Harrisburg for 10 years, now serving the community and everybody around. They're local, right above Town Hall, and they're open every day. They offer exercise classes, camps, playhouse, and a whole lot more. It's a nice facility.
Right. Coming up behind them is the 1959 John Deere 730 diesel. It is easily the most common Deere tractor of its area. Deere made sure that the diesel fit a wide variety of farmers, their needs, and their budget, and it was a top seller of the series. And a combined chassis total of more than 22,000 were built in Waterloo.
Wow.
Yeah, the one behind it is a 1958 model 730 as well. Thousands of these tractors are still in the field, though, being used by specialty or small farmers. They say it's still one of the most efficient tractors ever built.
I rode on those tractors for many, many, many days and years.
Apparently they didn't come well equipped. You had to buy everything extra. That's how they got you.
Now the elite preschool and after school, what we're watching right now. They seem to be having a good time.
Hang in there, girls. Coming up behind Elite is the EMS. They provide advanced paramedic level care to the residents of Cabarrus County, responding to about 33,000 calls each year with an impressive response time of 7.2 minutes. That's the time you call to the time they show up at the door. They remain on the cutting edge of technology, the state-of-the-art equipment, and protocols. And behind them is the marching band of J.M. Robinson High School. Let's take a listen. As we had said, Cabarrus County EMS, let's talk a little bit more about them. They were established in 1973. Back then, you know, they were known as the folks that drove for the funeral home. Not here locally, but just in general.
Right.
And EMS techniques have taken off so much that they now operate 11 ambulances with 24-hour coverage, one peak load unit. The community paramedics, they come in after you've been discharged from the hospital, and they help make sure you're getting your medications and that you're able to get around the house and take care of yourself. And they have a quick response vehicle out of 10 stations.
And Cabarrus County EMS constantly win state and national awards.
Innovation awards,
and
yeah.
Innovation awards as well. All sorts of different
They
things.
just started a new protocol, stroke protocol, that they got through a grant from the Northeast Foundation, Atrium Health Foundation, that allows them to treat stroke patients on their way to the hospital and have them ready to go in. They're actually communicating with a doctor at the hospital while they're driving toward the hospital. So that's made a major advance in care.
Now we got the Charlotte 49ers football. We got some of those guys coming up on the parade here. So you got to welcome all of them. Now Charlotte's schedule begins with consecutive non-conference home games versus Forum, September 1st, and Appalachian State on September the 8th, and that's on ESPN+, followed by the CUSA home opener versus Old Dominion on September the 15th on ESPN3. Now all three will kick off at 6 p.m. Charlotte's homecoming game is on October the 13th versus WKU at 3:30. and that'll be available on ESPN Plus. And it's 2 p.m. home games versus Southern Miss on October the 27th, and FIU November the 17th will be carried through ESPN3. Now, tickets are available right now, so you can go to charlotte49ers.com, or you can just pick up the phone and call the ticket office at 704-687-4949. So those guys are getting ready to light up the season here. I haven't been to one of their games yet. I need to do that.
It's a beautiful facility that goes down. It's not an up stadium, it's a stadium that goes downward. And what a lot of folks may not realize is a lot of the staff at UNC Charlotte, and of course with the football team, actually live in Cabarrus County and are members of this community. They've got a great football program, a great band.
They're getting an opportunity to get a little exercise in here running up and down the parade route.
I'm sure this is the least of their worries.
Yeah, this is probably the easy part.
The wind is starting to set in today, which is a nice little cool breeze hitting us.
Yeah.
You get 2,000 to 4,000 people that come out for the parade every year, and they've extended the parade route now. It doesn't just stop just shortly past us. It goes all the way over Veterans Bridge. So you can park all the way over to Stallings Park and catch a glimpse of the parade.
Harrisburg does such a great job on the 4th of July with the festivals. All the things are available to do here. And, you know, this is one of the few parades, bigger parades in the area. So it's always fun, and it's grown every year, every single year.
We want to make sure we thank our sponsors for the Harrisburg Parade. Your contributions to this community have made an incredible difference and bring great community and family events to the neighborhood.
Yeah, this is probably a little easier than their two-a-days.
Following up behind the Charlotte 49ers football team is PetSense. PetSense in Albemarle has the best selection and pricing of pet supplies. PetSense carries all the brands you trust, including Iams, Nutro, Taste of the Wild, and Blue Buffalo. PetSense of Albemarle features an outstanding selection of pet bedding, high-quality toys, and supplies for reptiles, birds, fish, and small animals. PetSense team is dedicated to providing a superior shopping experience guaranteed. PetSense in Albemarle partners with local shelters to run a year-round Save a Pet adoption kennel for cats located right in the store. Bring your furry friend today and see why PetSense is a leader in customer service. And you had the Humane Society of Concord and Greater Cabarrus County, which end animal suffering and cruelty, reduce overpopulation, and educate the public regarding responsible animal ownership.
And next we'd have the crew at Smile Cabarrus.
Coming up behind them is Burn Bootcamp. They're rocking the Harrisburg Town Center. Their 45-minute camps are filled with bursts and strength training to maximize your results. It's truly personal training in a motivational group setting. They cater to women by offering free childcare, unlimited workouts, nutritional advice, and the most inspirational community you've ever experienced. That is inspirational for sure.
After having walked almost 2 miles.
Check out their website at burnedbootcamp.com to see all of their awesome testimonials and camp times. Stop in now to start your free 2-week trial.
Oh, lunges. And next we have Michael Knox for a district court judge.
Got Bill Baggs sitting up front too. There's Road Rage. It's a custom 1956 Ford F100 truck modified to fit a complete 2001 Corvette uniting two American icons in a car culture. Road Rage has become its own personality on social media. Be sure to follow on Facebook or Instagram at 56 Road Rage. Again, it's an F100 truck modified to fit a complete 2001 Corvette.
That is pretty amazing. Now we have the Harrisburg Presbyterian Church. They welcome old and young, longtime members, first-time visitors, and everybody in between. It's their intention and hope that you feel welcome among them, and you can feed spiritually by their worship and fellowship. I'm glad you stopped by the site. Hope you discovered they're a good fit, and you can learn something more about them. So join them on Sunday. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
There's their Childhood Development Center. They strive to meet the individual needs of every child enrolled. They offer a loving, supportive, and secure Christian atmosphere where children learn through play while creating a good self-image. Their Child Development Center environment stimulates imagination and creativity. That's the Harrisburg Presbyterian Church Child Development Center.
And here's the Laurel Baptist Church. Exists to preach the truth of the Bible, to share with the world the message of forgiveness and eternal life. It can only be found in Jesus Christ. Now, Laurel Baptist Church is celebrating its 10th year of ministry. It's in the Harrisburg area. You can visit them online at laurelbaptistchurch.com. So,
and here come the Radiant Princess Dance Team. On My Own Consulting presents the Radiant Princesses Dance Team and Con City Youth. They perform for events, colleges, churches, and more. They are sponsored by Ben Minette Dealership.
now they've been working hard coming up this route.
Here we go, here we go! You're watching Radiant Princesses, Con City's Youth! Sponsored by Peewee and Concord Housing! Go, ladies, go! Go! Yo, here we go, Sammy, let me make some noise! Yeah! Okay! Yeah! Okay! And it's over to everybody! You gotta dance, ladies. Y'all look good. Don't they look good, John?
They look amazing. They look strong,
I tell you what.
confident, and amazing. Way to go, girls.
Absolutely. Now next we have Heidi Thesaurus. Their staff is dedicated to welcoming patients to their office in the same way they'd welcome them to their homes. They believe their first encounter with their office is a comfortable one from the time you first call to the time you say goodbye. They're there to serve you and to acquaint ourselves with your needs, your problems, and your failures. Fully trained in the latest technology and procedures, all of our dental assistants are fully certified, and managerial staff is well versed in such business matters and insurance procedures, and they will seek to accommodate you in all areas related to treatment and give you a wonderful smile.
I love their shirts. Just do it with a floss stick. That's pretty awesome. There's Pier 51 Seafood, Concord's destination for fresh seafood, chicken, and steaks. Is coming by, a local parade that's been in the parade once, local church that's been in the parade once before. Let's take a listen. Originally a campus of the multi-site movement known as High Rock Church, Hope City was sent out under the blessing of High Rock to become a community of hope and restoration in the greater Charlotte area. They're located at 220 Oakley Drive. Visit hopecityonline.net. And we've got our Cabarrus County Fair Queen. Say hello to Mini Miss Emerson Perry, Little Miss Neora Wells, Junior Miss Mackenzie Cox, Miss Brooke Heiss. And next we have the Cabarrus County Youth Queens, Tiny Miss Skylar Yarborough, Teen Miss Haley Crow, and Ambassador Miss Ava Sakaris.
Now we have Harrisburg Security, and they've offered security services since 2005. I like that logo.
Of course, following Harrisburg Security is Crime Stoppers. If you have information about a crime or wanted person, call Crime Stoppers for cash rewards of up to $1,000. Those contacting Crime Stoppers will remain completely anonymous. They don't want your name, just your information. Again, you're going to call 704-93-CRIME.
Next, you have the Carolina Christmas Angels. It's a local nonprofit organization dedicated to providing Christmas gifts to children in need since 2014. We're always seeking community support with individuals as well as local businesses. They're 100% volunteer driven and welcome all ages to join their efforts. Carolina Christmas Angels.
Next, you have the Oasis Buccaneers. They're a part of the local Cabarrus Shrine Club in Kannapolis and are ambassadors for Shriners International, raising awareness for their 22 nationwide children's hospitals.
That's a great float.
I would walk off a plank about right now. Hit the water, go for a swim.
Coming up next, we have the Marching Spiders. It's the first year that the Marching Spiders from Concord High School have been in the Harrisburg July 4th Parade. Nice job. Well, it's a good debut for the Concord Spiders marching band. Matt Nichols in a 1951 John Deere B tractor. He restored by Matt and his dad, and this is the second year they participate in the Harrisburg Parade.
Now that tractor was introduced as a smaller tractor to fill the needs of row crop farmers that do not need a tractor as large as the Model A. Coming up behind Matt is the Arlington Baptist Church. They are a vibrant, growing church that's actively involved in the life of our community and the city of Charlotte. Their pursuit of Christ includes inspired worship services, worship and Bible studies for youth, Sunday school classes for children, small group Bible studies for adults, and a variety of ministries. They have a disaster relief trailer and van truck here with them. A lot of folks may not realize that after disasters happen, a lot of times the churches are the ones that come in and provide that support after the initial situation.
Now, the Cabarrus County Convention and Visitors Bureau is the official travel resource for Concord, Kannapolis, Harrisburg, Midland, and Mount Pleasant. The CVB shares the stories of our communities to inspire travel and encourage visitor spending. Go to visitcabarrus.com or just stop by the Visitor Center at exit 49 off I-85. Pick up your free destination guide, any hotel or restaurant attraction throughout Cabarrus County. You can download their Cabarrus app and watch the cover come to life, which is pretty cool for local visitors alike.
The Harrisburg Cub Scouts Pack 173 is represented by the iconic Derby cars that Scouts make each year. Pinewood Derby is one of the many fun and educational events Scouts participate in. Millions of Cub Scouts have raced Pinewood since 1953. They partner with an adult mentor. They choose a car design, carve it out, and detail it with paint, decals, and other accessories. Teaches them teamwork, ingenuity, and sportsmanship. Way to go, guys. And gals, perhaps now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now we have the Academy of Martial Arts and Fitness 2. These groups that are doing all this exercise, I mean, they are getting a workout on this route, especially with the heat. There, Kosh, you can get some frustration. You just punch a bag.
I'm good. I found my Zen place. I choose not to fuse. All right, now you got the Techno Crankers robotics team. Boys are ranked 5th in the world for elementary robotics. What? Way to go.
That is.
That's pretty cool.
Now we have Stuff the Bus Supply. Providence Baptist Church will be collecting school supplies for local area elementary schools July 5th through August the 12th. We'd love to have your support. Again, that's at the Providence Baptist Church. Help out some of the youngsters in the area. It's a great cause.
Melissa Lynn Hunt Photography. Listen to this program. She has senior role models she's located at 1128 Union Street South, and those role models are choosing kind and promoting through their program over the past 3 years. It's a program that mentors high school senior girls through genuine connection and community to contagiously influence and inspire the world around them. It provides education, resources, and community the students need to prepare for a future of leadership and positive social impact. Melissa Lynn Hunt Photography does this program on her own. It's fantastic.
Now here it has Les Dance Studio. The marching unit is comprised of competitive teams, dancers from ranges of 7 to 18 years of age. Teams have received numerous overall grand championship awards at regional and national competitions. The dancers are active in the community, have raised over $23,000 for the Jeff Gordon Hospital over the past several years. The studio was voted Best Dance Studio 2017 Independent Tribune.
And now we have the Carolina Rapids Soccer Club. A little mishmash dance soccer mix-up. Van Signature Home Accents Kitchen and Bath Showroom in Concord. They've been in business for 2 years.
Now we have the Fusion Percussion. It's a non-profit marching drum line comprised of percussionists from local colleges and high schools. The line performs annually at local and national world competitions.
Christ Embassy Church is more than a church, it's a vision, God's vision. Those attending Christ Embassy learn not only the letters, but also the spirit of God's Word. The world takes root in the heart of the individual, making them into the person God wants them to be. Christ Embassy, giving your life a meaning. Visit them at christembassycharlotte.org.
It's an amazing float.
Beautiful.
The thing about this parade, it just so involves the community all around the area and here in Harrisburg. Now we have the American Heritage Girls Christ-Centered Character Development Program for girls that emphasize leadership, patriotism, community service as girls earn badges and areas of interest as diverse as outdoor skills, the arts, and science and technology. Trail Life USA is Christ-centered outdoor adventure, leadership, and character development ministry for boys. Both troops meet Providence Baptist Church in Harrisburg.
The Gaddis brothers are coming up behind them. Gaddis Brothers Incorporated have been a vision for 10 years between four brothers and their father. They started doing construction work when they were young with their father and they loved it. With a combined over 80 years of heavy highway, residential, and commercial construction, they can take on any task. The Gaddis brothers have a Ram 2500 truck pulling a 14-foot dump trailer. The trellis on the trailer will be raffled off at the end of July 6th. To enter to win that beautiful trellis, like their Facebook page. This is their first year in the parade, and riding are all family members, including all 19 grandkids in 9 years. Visit their webpage, gaddisbros.com, and Facebook page at Gaddis Bros Inc.
And up next we have the Bethel Bengal cheerleaders. Cheering everybody on here. That was awesome. Next we have Cub Scout Pack 83, Rocky River Presbyterian Church. It's the local Harrisburg Cub Scout Pack 83.
They've got a derby theme as well.
Yeah, my son Sean and I did that when he was in Scouts.
Next up is Almond Farm, local vegetable farm and produce stand where food and family come first.
This is such a great time of the year for fruits and vegetables.
I hit the farmers market on Tuesday. There's one in downtown Concord.
Right.
There's also one in Harrisburg, one in Mount Pleasant, one in Kannapolis, and of course the one on Weinkauf Road by Vietnam Veterans Park. Come on out, support local farmers. And next is the Open Hearts and Homes for Children. It's a nonprofit that connects Christian families with orphans in Ukraine and Latvia to sponsor the orphans come to America twice a year. Showing our global community and how one love unites us.
Here now is the Allen Volunteer Fire Department. And our volunteers do such an amazing job. It takes quite the sacrifice.
Following the fire department is Bishop Jordan for the All People's Church of God in Jesus Christ. And behind him is the Harrisburg Farm Bureau Insurance. Highway 49, 3814, Harrisburg. Call 704-455-4CAR, celebrating 10 years serving auto, home, and life insurance needs in Harrisburg and Cabarrus. Stop in for a free quote. In the parade today is Farm Bureau's Insurance Racing, Carson Ramsey, and the number 77 Bandolero race car. Make sure to come out and see him at Charlotte Motor Speedway Summer Shootout. And our final beauty queen of the evening, of the day, is Ms. North Carolina, United Southern States of America, Gracinda Mayella.
We also had Hartsel Funeral Home right before that. And of course, bringing up the end of the parade is the Harrisburg Fire Department, as always. They always have to end the parade with their sirens. There you go. Kasha. It's been fun, always, as always. And it's, like I said, I think this has either been our 12th or 13th year that we've been here, covered this.
I'm going to let the sheriff's office take it away for a little bit with their sirens. We want to make sure our public safety folks get some awesome recognition for making this event happen, for being supportive of the community, and making this the place where America thrives.
Yeah, they keep us safe. That is for sure. Like I said, I've been really enjoyed it. It's always fun coming out here. The folks in Harrisburg have always really gracious. It's great working with the Park and Rec Department. And I tell you what, if you haven't come out for the parade, you got to check it out. Watch it on TV. Next year, you got to be here enjoying all the festivals all around the Cabarrus County. And until next year, you have a great one.
Take care.